in this lack of direct evidence of limitation, lack of direct evidence of differentiation between subject and object. There just is no proof. It's just open clarity all the time. Whether someone realizes it or not, the clarity is there. This who am I kind of question is not the kind where you let the question itself recede back into consciousness. This direct path is more like a treasure hunt. You're actually looking quite actively to see who you really are. And so you know, one of the first hypotheses or the first things we think we are is the body. And so you think, well, I am the body. So if the body dies, I die. Or if the body goes over there, then I go over there. And so this inquiry teaches you to, that you can experience that you are present, or you are presence, whether the body's here or not. And if you actually look at if you really truly look at your experience, your body's almost never there anyway. For example, a third of the time, well, let's say a good portion of the day, if we look from one day to the next, there's deep sleep. So that deep sleep is defined as no dreams, just like totally zoned out. No objects arising at all, not even flickering lights, nothing moving, nothing wavering at all, just the absence of objects. So during that time, there's no evidence that your body is there. And then during dreams, you might not be thinking about a body image. So a lot of times during dreams, even if you're flying, let's say you're flying and you're looking down at the ground, in the dream you're not looking at a body. There's no body image present. There might be image of ground moving or whatever is happening, but it's not like you're looking at your body. So there's no real notion that the body's present during a dream either. And during waking, let's say you're walking down the street. So in your visual field, there's no part of your body. So there's no visual experience of your body. You're not hearing your body. Maybe you cough or something, you can hear yourself coughing. Or there's a feeling of something happening in the chest area, supposedly. So that might be some evidence of the body. But when you're not coughing, or some issue like that doesn't come up, there's no experience of the body at all. So there's no direct evidence that there's a body even present. Maybe you look down and you see these two, I'm looking at your shoes, I'm looking at my shoes, these two brown lumps. Looking down and see two brown lumps. And you might even be able to see them without connecting them to a body notion. But let's say you do connect them to the body notion. For a moment there's a visual image that gets connected with a thought of body, that maybe gets connected with a feeling that says, my body. But if you look at the entire day, those only account for a tiny percentage. So most of the time, there's no direct evidence that there's even a body present. So let's take the times when the body does seem to be present. It's a visual image, it's a tactile feeling, a sensation, it's a kinesthetic sensation, it's an auditory sensation, it's an object. And what is the object? What is that which sees the object? Awareness. There's no evidence that a mind or a brain sees the body, the image come up. Let's say that there is that visual image of a foot or something, or a pain. There's no evidence that that's really doing anything. It's just an image that arises and then it falls. So the whole notion, and there's no image, there's no experience that your experience happens inside a body either. There's no direct experience that awareness is contained inside something. And if you think about what the definition of awareness is in these paths, it's like clarity and seeingness, not visual seeingness, but that which can be appeared to. That's not a physical thing. It has no shape or form, so there's no way to compartmentalize it. There's no way to say that it's like inside here, and it stops here, and then there's nothing, and then the next bulbous shape that looks like this, it continues. There's no part of your experience that verifies anything like that at all. It's a story we habitually hear in school and stuff, but it's not part of a direct experience. So this, to further answer your question, this can show you, can open up the experience of yourself as that which the body appears to, not as being the body. Even if you look, just take a moment and experience the experience of looking, of seeing. The experience of seeing, there's nothing in that visual field that says, I belong to somebody. And there's also nothing in the visual field that says it has edges or corners or borders. There's also nothing in the visual field that says the seeing is here and the object seen is over there. There's nothing like that at all. It's just open and clear and undifferentiated. And hearing is the same way. And so the body is one of those, part of what you would normally consider an object, like any other sound or any other feeling. So you have, on one hand, these objects that include what we think of as the body, including thoughts and including things that we're taught about the body. And on the other hand, you have this awareness and this lack of direct evidence of limitation, lack of direct evidence of differentiation between subject and object. There just is no proof. It's just open clarity all the time. Whether someone realizes it or not, the clarity is there at every moment. And so one can experience the body as an object, which means it can't be the true self. Why can't it be the true self? Because the true self is there whether that body image is there or not. For example, in deep sleep, you don't get the idea that in deep sleep you stopped existing and then started existing as a continuation of yourself the next morning. That's not how it feels. I mean, you don't think about it too hard, but if you just sort of think real quickly about deep sleep, it was nice, and somehow I was there, but I don't have evidence of my body being there. It was just I-ness. I as being, I as presence was there. And then later objects started arising, maybe, oh, that's waking, I woke up, but objects started arising. But the true self is that which experienced these things, or that which was aware of these things, or that to which these things appeared. So basically, by seeing yourself by seeing what you took as, normally we take our body as the subject of things, like the sentience is happening here. But if you look at it in this very unprejudiced way, you see that everything you think about yourself is an object. Yet there's something seeing it, or something to which it's appearing. And that something doesn't come and go. So if you had to pick one of those two candidates as the true self, which would it be?